Hello there. I've been asked lately what my obsession is with fasting, and yes, I think I have developed a bit of an obsession with fasting, but not in a negative way. I really believe it's just because I am so in love with all the beautiful benefits and the total experience I've been having with fasting. I started out on OMAD, did that for 9 weeks, had awesome success, lost about 10 kilos in that 10 weeks, and I've now lost a further 7. So I've lost 17 kilograms in the last about 4 months, with the last month and a half to 2 months of doing quite a few additional prolonged fasts out of OMAD days. So I'd be using OMAD as a base and then do various fasts, dry fasts, snake juice fast is the best in my opinion, is just drinking the snake juice and doing it from anything from 48 hours till my longest was 8 days, which I ended a week ago, and I've just entered a new 4-day fast a week later. I've got about another 5 to 7 kilos to lose, and I'd like to get that done as quick as possible. I'd just like to give you my opinion on fasting and how I've been using it, why I'm fasting, what I've learned from fasting, and my tips with fasting. Fasting is a lifestyle, and I do consider myself as someone that follows a fasting focused lifestyle. I'm trying to stay clear from labels and just focus on the fact that I do fast regularly, and it's just the intensity that varies. So why I love fasting as much as I do, the number one reason is because your whole world comes to a sort of a standstill, which is just amazing. It brings focus to your being, to your life, to your family life, to your personal life. When you stop putting focus on food, you actually start seeing so many other things in life that you don't necessarily notice, and I really love that. I love how everything comes to a standstill during fasting, and focus changes so much. Then what I've learned in my fasting, the fasts I've done, the main thing that I've learned was to really honor fasts. I do believe that you are called to fast. It's a calling, and the more you do it, the more the calling comes, because I think you've been obedient to it. It brings so much healing and change to your life that there's such a powerful changing energy that I have found in fasting, that to me it's really as if fasting owns a personality, and it almost feels like there's gods of fasting that look upon you and smile during fasts, either calling you, learning you, teaching you, lifting you up, bringing change and energy shifts to your life. I really see fasting as an entity, weird as that might sound, and also as something that really carries personality, and I honor fasting. It's a privilege to be called into a fast. It's a privilege to finish a fast, to complete a fast. Your life will never be the same after you've done a fast. Every single fast is different, because physically you start from a different point. Every time your weight and your fat storage is different, so you when you've got a lot more fat storage, physically it's slightly more easy. The less you've got to lose, the more challenging fasting becomes, but then emotional and spiritual aspects set in, and you are challenged on those fronts. So there's always a challenge, and I love that. I love how every fast is different, and how every fast is a different challenge. And for that reason, I set my intentions before each fast. I take a piece of paper, I doodle. Is it called doodling? I doodle and I make little notes and pictures and keywords. Like the fast I'm on at the moment, I really feel is a fast of embrace. Really embracing hunger, discomfort, change, but mainly discomfort. I feel this is a fast for me to face discomfort and embrace it. I had a piece of paper that I wrote keywords on, like inhale, exhale, things I'll be inhaling with this fast, being conscious in the moment, exhaling, being too controlling and wanting to just always fix everything. So this is my fast of embracing. The previous fast, the 8-day fast, was one of my best fasts ever. That fast, when I sat down and wrote down my intention for the fast, it just came to me that it will be a fast of adventure. That every day it would be as if I'm going deeper and deeper into a safari. And it truly was a fasting safari. Every day brought new things to my attention. Every day was like going deeper and deeper into a forest. It was such an easy fast. I don't know why I experienced it that easy, but I'm just so grateful for it. And that's why I say I do honor fasts and I do respect a fast. I really come into a fast with great reverence, honoring it deeply for the opportunity and the privilege it is to do a fast. I don't take it lightly as something I just decide I'm going to fast and not really care. I really honor every fast. I come into it with intent, and then I also always have a list of things I plan to do during that fast. Things like making a new vision board, spending more time with my kids. Like, for example, this fast, my list is I will not be weighing myself. I'm going to trust the process. So, okay, that's not a to do something, but it's just one of the things I'm going to be focusing on during this fast. I will not weigh myself. I am going to trust the process. I am going to be spending individual time with each of my kids, just catching up again, reconnecting with all of them, giving one day to each child. That's why it's a 4-day fast. I'll be catching up on my sun gazing discipline. I'll be walking daily. I'll be meditating daily. I'll sleep more, get into bed earlier. I've been bad with sleeping lately and not giving the right amount of time to sleep. I should be. I'm also going to be doing a screen fast with this fast, avoiding screens, except for a bit at night, catching up on some screen time at night for an hour, and just something like this. But this could have also just been a camera. It's just on my cell phone, but otherwise I'm avoiding screens. And then I will be really focusing on getting a perfect refeed planned during the fast for when I break this fast. That is something I'm focusing on, is getting my refeeds better and getting my eating better during my eating phases and my meals. When I do longer fasts, my eating becomes more challenging because I think your body just needs food and it's a little bit in shock after fasts. So I'm also adjusting my learning, and it's a challenge, and I'm loving the challenge for what it's brought to me. I don't see fasting as the problem. I'm seeing it as something, it's a light that's been shining on a problem that that still needs attention. I still need to work more and harder on my meals and my food choices. Okay. Then something else another reason I'm not giving this in order. I see my 9-year-old daughter, whose video this is, frowning on me, blah blah blah. But I'm not going to redo it. This is just real life. Another reason why I also fast is because food will never satisfy, and that is a lesson that I need to learn. I'm still learning it, I'm still conquering it, I'm still being challenged by the fact that food will never satisfy on its own. That's why we have to eat every day at least, because food will not satisfy you prolonged. There are so many other things we can find to satisfy us, and that's something that comes to the surface while you're fasting from food. When you're eating, it's as if the food satisfies you temporarily, and you don't look at anything else for satisfaction, for purpose, for passion. You just live from one meal to the next. When you're fasted and food is not your source of satisfaction or energy, you have to look for different sources, into different sources, and I love that about fasting. When I fast, I always have pen and paper nearby, even a little journal. Things do come up. In a fast, there's magic that happens, and spiritually there's supernatural things happening, and I love how things will come to you, things to change in your life, things to address, things that's awesome and that you should be grateful for, as well as things that you need to change and get rid of. I make notes of these things as they surface during fasting, and I just really enjoy coming out of each fast, and at the back of my initial paper where I do my mission statements and my main theme for a fast, at the end or at the back of that paper I will be ending a fast by writing down what I've learned and looking back on the couple of fasts I've done, and how I went into it, how I came out of it has been amazing, and I'm so amazed at what I've learned over and above the awesome weight loss. To me, that's now becoming just an added bonus. Initially that was the main reason, but now I'm loving what fasting is doing for my entire being. It's really such a holistic discipline, changing everything in your life. And I can really recommend fasting, whether you do OMAD and you fast for 23 hours or you fast for 40 days. It is amazing. You cannot go wrong. Fasting changes you, and expect each fast to be different and enjoy it for the difference it is. That's awesome. It's wonderful that each fast is different, and that it brings new things to your being, and that you will be unchanged, or that you will be changed after each change, and you will not stay the same. Have an awesome, beautiful day.